Mhm.
Is strawberry reasoning?
I don't think anyone can answer that for real. I mean, it looks like it's reasoning, and I'm of the opinion that if it's useful, does it really matter if you think it's reasoning or not? Because if it gives you useful results, it's a useful tool. If it doesn't
Okay.
give you useful results, then it's not useful.
Welcome to Practical AI, everybody. My name's Jeff, and I'm with Peter Lynn. This is season 2 of Practical AI, and we are sponsored by Pocket AI. Pocket AI is a tool used to edit the weights of your model. With Pocket AI, you can prune over 60% of the weights in your model while maintaining and increasing accuracy. Peter, today we wanted to talk about strawberry. What is strawberry?
Strawberry is the code name for the new model that's in preview. So it's not officially released yet, but it's in preview, which means some people get to use it and eventually, probably later in a month or sooner, it'll be
OpenAI's previewing this?
yes, yep.
Okay.
So I think if you're a paying customer, you get to try it. If you're a free customer, you probably don't. I haven't checked, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
So basically, the new one is called O1, but the code name for it was Strawberry. And Strawberry is based on a paper called Q-Start or Q-Learning, which is a fancy word for let's add prompt engineering to the data when we train it, and let's add prompt engineering into the model directly so that you don't have to write your own library to do prompt engineering.
Okay, so I think for those of us that are learning about AI and trying to keep up, the prompt engineering while training makes sense. This is where the human feedback, right? Where there's
Yep.
like this prompt, so whatever comes out on the other side, the response is graded, and then you just keep training until you get better answers, right?
Yep.
So, but tell us about this the baked in part of it. Like, how does that work or what's happening there?
Well, so when the papers first came out for prompt engineering, like chain of thought, tree of thought, I mean, it was pretty clear that this would eventually be included in the models from OpenAI, Microsoft, Anthropic, Google, and so on, because it just makes sense. Like the writing was on the wall. Prompt engineering was going to get baked into all these language models. So what that means is in the past, you would hire a programmer and they would implement chain of thought. And when you made a request to GPT, it would use the library. The library would go, oh, you're asking a question about X. For example, like maybe it's how do I pick out the best frying pan? And so you would figure out what the right prompt engineering method is for cookware. And when someone asks, what's the best frying pan for eggs, it would inject in the stuff, package it up, and then send it to OpenAI. Well, so now you don't have to do that. It's baked in into OpenAI's actual service. So if you ask it what's the best frying pan, they're doing that for you automatically.
So it's they basically incorporated the libraries directly in their product. Is that or is it
They
more than
probably
just
wrote their own. They probably wrote their own.
wrote their own Okay. So to me it sounds like cheat codes, really. It's like we know when people ask for frying pans what they're really asking for. And so go to this anytime you see this, go to the library and return or actually send this other thing to the
Right.
LLM so that it returns the right response.
Right. So for example, you might say, okay, anytime someone asks for frying pan, we're gonna go to Amazon category kitchenware or Williams Sonoma or Made In or All Clad, and then only return results found on those web pages.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so allegedly O1/Strawberry is pretty good at math and
Yeah.
programming. So what math's kind of been a sneaky weird thing for LLMs, right? Because it doesn't always get the right answers. And programming, I think you and I have talked about this before, but there's a lot of bad code out there now that it's training on.
Yep.
and it's not doing as good with code as as we had hoped at this point. So what's different now with Strawberry and its ability to do math and code better than other LLMs?
So in general, it's better at showing the steps. A couple of videos, people demonstrated it where they asked it like implement snake for me or implement Tetris. And then it shows you kind of the steps it went through to figure out how to generate the response, and then it generates the response. So it's showing the work, like when you go to math class when you're in high school, and teacher said, show me the work. Like, I want to see that you derive the first, second, third derivative in calculus. Like, you can't just give me an answer.
Okay, so in the back to the libraries and the baked in component,
Yeah.
if correct me if I'm wrong here then. So part of the O1 Strawberry product is that in this library, when it's when someone says, "Hey, write me Java code for whatever," it goes to the library, and the library is saying, "Okay, we used to skip this part, but this is really important. I
Yep.
want you to show your work. I want you to document the steps and then build the code for this," or something like that. It's adding things or doing something in the prompt engineering that it wasn't doing before.
It's adding basically guardrails, saying
Okay.
you have this world of things you could give me, but give me just the slice. And just by doing that, you get rid of a lot of garbage.
Okay. Well, and with this sort of math and steps and code, we get into this hot topic about reason.
Mhm.
Is Strawberry reasoning?
I don't think anyone can answer that for real. I mean, it looks like it's reasoning, and I'm of the opinion that if it's useful, does it really matter if you think it's reasoning or not? Because if it gives you useful results, it's a useful tool. If it doesn't
Okay.
give you useful results, then it's not useful.
So from your perspective, it doesn't matter, but it's possible that it's just slick prompt engineering and libraries of prompt engineering that is resulting in something that looks like it's reasoning.
Yeah, and as someone that uses Copilot on Azure, most of the time, I would say more than half, like based on the last 2, 3 months of experience, 80% of the responses I get are just complete garbage. Like either doesn't work or it's wrong or it completely hallucinated a solution that does not exist.
Okay.
So anything better than that is good.
Where's this gonna go? Is O1 slash Strawberry, is O1 gonna be used primarily for math and coding, or is this base LLM gonna be kind of the future for all of OpenAI's um
I don't
models?
know, but at right now it is much slower. In a lot of the videos, it takes it like anywhere from 60 to 200 seconds to think about how to answer the response before actually generating the response. And so if you think about that, in the past, a response would take in between 5 and 20 seconds. And now you're adding another additional minute to 2 minutes before I generate a response.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's kind
So
of
it's
slow.
not super useful at this point, at least in terms of time frame.
As long as you're not in a rush to get an answer, it's okay.
Do we know if they just increased the context window to
They
over?
had to
Okay.
because to stuff the prompt with all this prompt engineering, you have to increase the context window, because otherwise it won't fit.
Is there any literature or guess on how big the context window is for O1?
I don't remember them mentioning an increase in the context window, but I didn't look too closely. They might have, most likely they did.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess that they're up to 256,000 or higher.
Okay.
You kind of have to. I mean, in the typical Java example or Python example, you'll easily blow past 128 tokens, 1,000 tokens very quickly. So it's not, I mean, I don't think this would work if you didn't increase the context window.
Would you use it to write code?
I mean, I use LMs to give me boilerplate stuff that half the time works, but for anything complex, it's garbage.
So this would be an improvement theoretically over what you've been using.
Yes, as soon as Microsoft adds O1 to Copilot and then spends 6 months training it on their documentation, then it'll suck a lot less, hopefully.
But it's got to be faster, right?
Well, it's already dog slow.
Right. Okay. Well, this is good. Good topic and fun to see. We'll make sure that the video is at least one video is available in our notes box. So, Peter, thanks for the time. We will hit this or other topics up next time. Appreciate everyone listening, and we will be back later. Take care.